Hi, my name is Jill Colvin. I am a national political reporter at the Associated Press, and I cover former President Donald Trump's campaign for the White House.
And I'm Chris McGarrian. I'm a White House reporter for the Associated Press, and I'm covering President Biden.
We're now about a year out from the 2024 presidential election. At this point, it looks like Trump and Biden are likely headed for a rematch, barring any unexpected changes in the dynamic, which is always possible. And the two of them are laying out very, very different visions for the future of the country.
Tonight, there are innocent people all over the world who hope because of us, who believe in a better life because of us, who are desperate not to be forgotten by us.
So when President Biden took office, he laid out a sweeping plan for what he wanted to do on the domestic front. That included tackling climate change. It also included new educational programs, and also involved healthcare benefits for Americans as well. Some of those things did get done. He passed sweeping proposals for tackling climate change, specifically with financial incentives for clean energy. And he also made some headway on limiting the cost of prescription drugs. But a lot of other things did not get done, such as making childcare more affordable for Americans and also making community college free as well. So he's looking to revisit those things in a second term. President Biden also wants to work on a lot of other difficult issues in a potential second term. He wants to bring back the assault weapons ban, something that Republicans have opposed. He wants to also push for higher taxes on the wealthy, another controversial issue, something also that Republicans have opposed as well. So he's really going to be looking for any way you can kind of grind these issues forward in a potentially very difficult political environment.
Remember, we are not the ones endangering American democracy. We are the ones saving American democracy. We are saving it.
Well, most of the country has spent the last year focusing on the former president's legal challenges. He and his team have actually been laying out what's a pretty extensive policy platform for a potential second term. He's released platforms on issues ranging from the federal government, where he really wants to completely overhaul the federal bureaucracy, changing tens of thousands of jobs so that they're no longer covered by civil service protections and can be fired. He's laid out a pretty extensive overhaul of the immigration system. He wants to deport what he says more people than have ever been deported in the country, send the military down to the border. But he's also talked about other ideas like new futuristic cities on federal land, gigantic new homeless encampments outside of cities. And so these ideas really range the gamut from things you might expect from him to some sort of more interesting, ideas that presidential candidates don't typically talk about.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump have been in the public eye for decades. They're two of the most famous people in the country and in the world. There's very little voters don't know about these two people. But there's a lot of uncertainty what will happen between now and election day.
Now, of course, anything could happen. The election is still a year away. We have seen some unexpected results coming out of especially the early state primaries.
Not a lot of voters really want to see a matchup again between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. They tend to be unpopular political figures in the polls right now. And for the next year, they're really going to be trying to rally their base and convince people why they should turn out to vote for these people again to give them another 4 years in office.